That was graphic. This show is a good one, bro. We've been doing this show so long that the show is what it is. But every now and then we get one of these, I'm like, this podcast is awesome. Number one. We should be number one. Stacker2 is the number one energy supplement in the game these days. It's been around for decades now, and they've got you covered with the B12 energy shots as well as the Extreme Chews. The Extreme Energy Chews are different than your regular energy chews in that they bring even more energy and more caffeine to you to get you through the day. It comes in a little 6-pack. You can slide it in your pocket. You don't have to worry about carrying around a big can. You don't have to worry about drinking 12 ounces. You can either rip a little shot that gives you 10,000% of your daily B12 energy, or you can take the chew and you can chew it up whenever you need it. Morning, noon, night. On the field, off the field, in the office, at home, at school, on a date, wherever, whenever. Stacker2 has got you covered. And everything is safe. Everything is affordable. Everything is easy to consume and gets you that energy that you need. So go to stacker2.com/barstool for your Barstool Bite Back special. Get $5 off your purchase or $5 worth of free product. They got the Nuclear Nectar Gummies. They've got the B12 shots and all of it. You can get $5 off or $5 of free product at stacker2.com/barstool. It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. I'm sitting next to my co-host, John Feitelberg, my esteemed colleague. Got a lot of great accolades to his name here at Barstool Sports, but you can add one more to the resume. Maybe your biggest accomplishment yet. 2023 and first ever Barstool Sports Halloween Contest champion.
Everyone's always called me the Heidi Klum of Barstool, so checks out.
We awarded him with the big check. And I said yesterday, I said it last time on the podcast, that the prize was going to be $250. And lo and behold, it's $250. And I don't know if people heard that and then did that to be funny, or if I just nailed it. But nobody came to me and said anything about $250. And the fact that they actually made it $250 is so disgusting. I hate this place so goddamn much.
Well, Kevin,
God damn it. God damn it.
Because I'm not going to get
You're never going to even get that. You're never even going to see
I'm getting that big check, and that's it. I will get $0.
You should probably get minimum a G. Minimum $1,000. Probably for the badillion-dollar company that we work for. Make it $2,500. Make it fun. Let's do it. $250.
That I won't get.
That you will, again, $0.
I said that
$0
on at the award ceremony. I was like, I'm never gonna get this, and everyone laughed knowingly.
Yeah,
not laughed that was a funny joke.
Yeah, he's funny because he's accurate.
He's like, I'm never gonna get, and it's not a big enough number for me to care about anyway. So it's just dressed like Lil Kim for no reason.
And you know what's really annoying?
Well, no. But I went into it knowing I'm dressing like Lil Kim for no reason.
But let me just say something first. If they're going to do that, they should have done a Dunder Mifflin. They should have made it a weird number.
Yeah.
It should have been $211. $210 for the winner of the thing. Second of all, you did not dress as Lil Kim for no reason. You dressed as Lil Kim in the VMAs for glory.
Yeah. That's
the prize.
Keeg sent an email and she's like, I'd appreciate it if everyone dressed up. And I was like, all right, as the president, I will listen to the president. I'm going to dress up. I'm going to try this. And I just randomly thought of it. I was like, Lil Kim's funny.
Nailed it.
We talk about her a lot. We talk about
all the time.
I had the cum belly and everything. No one asked about that.
I didn't want to go full blown KFC Radio on it, but I was on the judges panel and I wanted to be like, "What's in your stomach right now?"
Cum. Nothing but cum, dude. Cum coming out of my ears.
It is truly, genuinely. I mean this. I'm trying to think of my experience, my Halloween experiences, my costumes, my friends' costumes, parties that we threw, other contests. I think it's the greatest Halloween performance I've ever seen.
Really?
I mean, it's a fucking unbelievable selection. And if you just cobbled it together, it would have been funny. But you also fucking nailed it.
Yeah, dude.
Which is not an easy thing to nail. It's a purple half shoulder onesie thing, you know?
It took me 10 minutes.
That scares me.
It's
the wig. Here's the wig. The wig, is this yours? Is this Joey Camasta?
No, I bought all of it.
So this wig is this is like, this is for some kinky shit. There are some weirdos out there popping this.
Yeah, I bought it at a sex shop.
Yeah, that's okay. I was gonna say this is not really
everything was bought at a sex shop.
Yeah, this is just like, let's role play. I want to pretend you're someone that you're not for a change, and fuck you.
I want to pretend you're a child's cartoon character.
Yeah, right. This is some anime shit. This is some weird Japanimation shit. I'm out on that. So you got the wig. You got the hand sticky onesie pasties.
Yep.
Where is this from?
Sex shop.
Sex shop. Okay. Yep. Is that because
I went to 2 separate sex shops, but everything's from a sex shop.
And then you had this purple onesie thing.
The Curvy Queen.
Again, sex shop.
Sex shop. It's like a lace. That was one of the issues with this. I had asked Jackie to bring in boob tape. She forgot. And then we got some downstairs. It didn't really work. I had to close my vagina, and it like.
You were using boob tape on your pussy?
Like I think this stuff's around here. Like this lace thing it's actually very difficult to put on because it has a head hole in both ends. It's a bodysuit, but it's got a head hole in both ends because there's a head hole for your pussy and ass. You've seen these
so it's
things
not a
before.
head hole. It's
no,
a pussy hole.
But it's like the size of a head hole. So
is it actually reversible? No.
No, I don't know. No,
because it has the shoulder.
No, because the feet are closed off.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
So
did that silver thing come with it?
No, I bought them separately because I knew it was purple with some silver undertones. So
Yo, there has been some gay stuff in Halloween costumes. John knowing that he needed silver undertones for his Lil Kim costume is the gayest thing of all time.
I also knew I couldn't just show up here with my fucking pussy out. Like, look at this thing. Like, it's
you keep saying my pussy is disgusting.
It's just an X.
Yeah. That's so that's how you can get fucked while you're wearing it.
Yes, exactly.
Now, there's one last piece of the costume, John. Okay. You went to a sex shop for everything.
Yeah.
And then you just went to your closet for the boots.
Yeah, I don't
talk to me about the boots.
I really don't know where. I think my cousin lived with me last Halloween.
Oh, it's your cousin's fault, huh?
And I think if they were mine, I'd obviously say I think he wore them for Halloween.
Pab saw me walk in. You were just having a meeting with Owen, and I saw those, and I don't know why I didn't. The boots were very funny because you were clip clopping around. It was just like I was like, who's up next? And it was dead silent, and you hear like. And it's John with his titty
Budweiser
out.
Christmas commercial starts.
Yes. But so I don't know why I didn't think about it in the moment. But when I came in here, I saw those and I saw how big they were. And I was like, these have got to be a Joey Camasta special, right? And Paz goes, no. Feitelberg owned those.
I remember my cousin, again, he lived with me last year, and he definitely dressed up, and he had a bunch of friends dress up, and like a couple crashed.
Sure.
And then those
my girlfriend from Canada
around after, and then we used
those are huge.
No, they're like my size.
No, that's what I mean though. Like like those are usually girl shoes, so you're used to them being small. You see them big, it's like that's a lot of glitter on your feet, man.
Dude, and then we I think they were just around. And we put them on display in our gay sketch. Like Owen put them like in the corner of the room, like
that's great
on like the side of my couch, and they just stayed there from that gay sketch until yesterday.
Amazing. I mean, there was some good ones. You can go watch the video. I'm hoping it's out by now. If they didn't turn this one around quickly, we're the worst company on the planet Earth. Vibs McMahon was really great in hindsight. I was a judge. It's hard to judge these things because like the first few people go and you don't really know how much better or worse it's going to get.
Yeah.
You know? So watching everybody else's energy level and watching Vibs perform,
right?
I should have given him like a fucking 9.5 because he was the one who like brought the fucking heat doing a Vince McMahon impression. Gaz was just a squid, which was funny. Gaz was a judge for some reason, and he was a squid.
I have an idea why Gaz is a Halloween costume judge. He's got a pretty good history.
Yeah. He tried to convince Gia that it would have been a good idea to get naked.
That was like he just misremembered
totally because
he thought she was a nun.
I also I didn't remember that she was naked either. So when he said if she came in doing shame, I was like, that would have been a good idea.
But because people associate the shame with the gift now. So I think people just assume that's her. Like she's the nun with the bell.
Right. There's some conflation going on there. but Gia was like, yeah, she was naked during that, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. I was like, guys, that's the second worst thing you've ever done on Halloween. There was some good ones. It was a funny costume contest. So go check it out. Part of our Barstool New York series of just trying to churn out original content with everybody in the office. That we did the OnlyFans pageant. We did the election. We've done some good stuff. So that added to the list of Barstool New York productions that are going well.
$250.
$250.
What do you think the costume cost?
Probably like $250.
About $250.
Yeah.
but
so you would break even, but you're gonna be $250 in the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's almost a $500 swing.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Happy to be here.
Oh, brother. I've seen a lot of things in my day. I've laughed hard on the internet, laughed hard at the media, but Chris Broussard. Dude, he said that so confidently, casually, said that shit with his chest and did not stutter, to the point that I thought like he just was like, did it on purpose. Like, I'm doing it. I like it was no like, he just said, is that man retarded? and then he did realize what he did, but the first was so like smooth with it that I was like, did he think he was working here? Did he think he was with his buddies? And that if you were to make an out of order sketch, I don't think you could top that, because Kevin Wilde's going while the camera was cued in on him was fucking hilarious, and then Nick Wright trying to be like, well, you can't use that word, but like just trying to help him by like continuing the argument. Yeah, you can't do that. But James Harden, by the way, and then the let's call it apology / explanation, all of it, unbelievable. My first cousin. I love that he specifies first, if like second cousin might make it better or worse. Like, come on, it's only your second cousin. You can't call him retarded, but your first cousin, you can do it. And then his first cousin died recently, a month ago, and I swear to God, Chris Broussard was about to say he put him to sleep. He put him down.
100%
put him to rest. He was this close to saying, "My first cousin is retarded, and we put him down."
Like he's a Kennedy or something.
Oh, it's fucking funny. I mean, like, in no part of that explanation apology is there a reason why that means you would say retarded on the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if he said like, my cousin has Down syndrome and I know this isn't, widely accepted, but
he gave me a pass.
Yeah, but like, I don't know if there was something like, I know this isn't widely accepted, but in my family, like we use that word, or like just something that would be why you said it. It's like, oh, my first cousin has Down syndrome, so I say that word a lot. It's like, if anything, you would think it would be the opposite, right?
Dude, well, first of all, as a mentally challenged person, I would like to be the first to forgive Chris Broussard and say, it's okay. I don't care that you used my word. But I once had, it was not a first cousin. Maybe, I think it was an uncle. This is my uncle, yeah. Who was mentally challenged. And I also took that as a pass. I was like, I can say it, dude. I got a retarded uncle. So I get it, Chris. I get it.
I mean, by the way, I think mentally disabled is bad. I think the same thing. Like when people say colored people and when they say blacks, I'm like, oh, those sound worse to me. Being like your brain is disabled, like it is just fucking broken completely.
No, it's not broken. It's
unable
just slow.
to function. Yeah. I don't know what the what the term is, but it ain't that one. And it was funny because I did 1 Minute Man, and I said like it's indefensible, it's unprofessional, and I mean that for this. But like I said retarded on Barstool Radio that day.
Yeah.
So someone was like, "Really? You're gonna say this?" Like, don't get me wrong. If he was on Barstool Radio and said the Clippers are retarded for this, I'd be like, yeah. But you can't do this on ESPN.
Yeah, the suit and tie.
And we shouldn't be doing it either on this. But, none of it's nice or good or right. I'm not saying it's like cool, but it's also just,
I give Broussard a pass. And I don't have
well, good. Everybody's handing out passes here.
Dude, but we're like, no, I know somebody. I'm like, yeah, no, mind. He's got it. Bro, that when people say like it's like a big joke, when people are like, I'm not racist, I have black friends. I'm like, well, all right, that's pretty good,
dude. I don't know why that's become such a trope. It's like, dude, I have a bunch of them that like me.
You know those people you were saying I hate?
I don't.
I'm friends with many of them.
Yeah,
and that's my proof that I don't hate them.
I like them. And
no,
like
not good enough.
I never got where that became a thing.
Every time I hear it, I'm like, hey, that's pretty solid evidence. If I was on a jury. I'm tough for me to convict. I'm like, everyone's up here saying he's a good guy. I don't know.
Listen, if you were on trial for some sort of racial, crime, and you trotted several black people out being like, I like him, I'd be like, let them decide.
He's always very nice. Like, oh, that's pretty good evidence.
Jury of his peers. Jury of his black people say he's fine. It's not a real...
Who am I to judge?
Yeah, I can't. I can't.
I work at Barstool Sports, dude.
It's not like a story that excuses it, but it absolutely does make a difference. You're right. Like the fact that, like, if he was just like, I don't know, that word just slipped out, I'd be like, well, I don't know, man, that's not great. But he's like, I was like, oh, you got one of those?
Dude, you know what it's like?
It's different.
It's like if fucking, it's like, I'm gonna use Andrew Schultz as an example. When Schultz is over in the Middle East, all dressed up in whatever their traditional garb is, I'm like, damn, that looks cool. If you did that, I'd be like, that is so fucking racist. Yeah. But Schultz has got a lot of boys and shit like that. Schultz got a lot of boys in the Middle East. He's friends with everyone over there. I'm like, they say it's okay, so whatever, man.
Schultz has a bunch of boys in the Middle East.
Bro, Schultz is over in Dubai all the
time. Yeah, I mean, it's just different. It's different strokes for different folks. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think he'll be all right, but there is a world where this could spiral for Broussard. I don't know what the back. What do you mean? Nah, what do you mean?
Broussard has dodged way bigger bullets than this.
No, Broussard's an idiot, but he's not like he hasn't done anything bad. He's just a moron.
Yeah,
but that's different than like saying something that like you're not allowed to say anymore. Is he just like going about his business now? He's just tweeting about James Harden. And the
I don't think this is going to be a blip on the radar.
Wow, that's a good sign. That's a great sign. That's huge. I think that shows we're finally, people like to kind of like declare eras of like, the media and like and pop culture and stuff. Like we're in the woke era and the woke era is over. And like those two things have been declared happening and over like multiple times when I don't think either of them were correct. But I think this would be the first time. That is so funny, man. I might put that on a shirt, bro. That's one of the words. It's the R word, the F word, and the N word. And there's levels to this shit. R word, I think, is the third place, the bronze medal.
I don't even think it medals.
I mean, it does because it's a word. It's an R word.
It's a word, but
if you have a letter word, it's a word.
You're in more trouble if you say the C word.
Cunt,
or another one,
the other one,
or another one, or the other one. I don't think about.
Well, okay, yeah, I'll give you that. So
I don't think it meddles. It's obviously it's a word that people frown upon, word, but I don't think it's a word that meddles.
The C word probably edges it, but then it's on the Mount Rushmore. It's 4.
Probably.
I mean, anything racial, C word, S word. Anything where you're
no, dude, this isn't even top 10. If we're breaking down, if we're going, okay, how about the K word?
You're right. Anything racial or in
what
that
about
case,
the G word?
What's the G word
for Asian people?
Oh, I mean, we saw what happened with Shane with the G word with Asian stuff. That was.
I think if you were to break down the slurs, I bet it's not a top 10 slur. The man just.
All right, let's keep going. I think we're at 6.
Yeah, but I'm just so not racist. I can't.
Here we go.
The S word. Did you say that?
For Hispanics?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that. I put S word and K word in there. So taking out the R word, that would be
SKFNGCC.
Cunt is not. That's like a.
If he said cunt on that show, he's in more trouble right now, for sure.
I think he's in trouble with like the FCC. Like you get like fined or whatever, but I don't think you get blowback. There's nobody going, we're cunts, and you can't say that.
Dude, if he was like, I can't believe the Clippers trade for James Harden, that dude's a fucking cunt.
I don't know about that one, but for the sake of trying to get to 10, C word, 7.
W.
What's W?
What's W?
Do you really not know?
No, I do, but I'm not gonna say it.
What color?
Hispanic?
Mexicans?
Mexican?
Mexicans are.
Oh yeah.
I think that one is not. It's not nice, but it's.
That's some California shit.
that might be.
That's some. I spent some time in LA. I spent some time at a private school in LA.
That's what I thought she meant. But that's really funny to think about that. That's very regional.
Border problem? What border problem? I'm from Massachusetts. Yeah, dude. There's. It might be 10. It might.
I was gonna say, can we get one more to make sure it's outside the top 10? I would love that. I would love to be like, what are you guys complaining about? This is the 11th worst word in our slang. Pabs just has slur website up. I don't know what this is. Oh, something for them? There's got to be something for them.
I don't think so. Cause
like Redskins or something like that.
Yeah, but
that obviously isn't that bad because it was a team. What about something for the other ones of those guys?
I don't know any slurs for Indian people.
Little people, but
I mean, no. If the R word is worse than midget, retarded is worse than midget. You can give me that, right?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This episode is.
It's peaks and valleys. It's like sometimes it's really funny. Other times it's just like this is so fucked up. It's a roller coaster.
Oh, how about the F word for chicks? Nah, that doesn't make it. The D word.
Oh.
Would he be in more trouble? I don't the argument of which word is worse is interesting versus which would he be more in trouble for? Because I think you're right about cunt. Like there would be more repercussions.
Yeah.
But it's for a different reason. If he were to say someone in the WNBA is a dyke, I think there'd be big problems.
That would be problematic.
So in that case, it probably is worse. So there you go. Not even top 10.
Not even a top 10.
Some guy from Rutgers, with the Rutgers team. He did a couple years. He was a New York.
Oh,
Don Imus.
The nappy-headed hose.
Yeah.
That was tough because that wasn't necessarily. I mean, the word nappy is not a slur, but like the way he was like, "Oh, nappy-headed hose."
Bro,
like,
I remember
like you are a white man putting some stank on that shit.
No joke at all. The very same gentleman who's been in Barstool lore recently for always calling me gay for not wearing a seatbelt. I mentioned a few times that he used to drive me to baseball camp. Yeah. And that happened. I know for a fact that happened I guess it didn't happen in the summer. That happened in the summer. Because like I remember him ranting about it in the car.
Dude, Don Imus.
It wouldn't make sense that it happened in the summer because it was women's basketball was in there. I guess it could have been like May. But it was still in the news when baseball camp had started, and he was April. Yeah, he was just ranting in the car about it. This is crazy. You guys can't say anything anymore.
Honestly, that might be the first like cancel culture.
No, there's no way. It's been this whole thing has happened forever, and it's a fine ecosystem that like. if you're ever like if someone gets in a lot of trouble for where like the world decides like, oh, that was fucked up, you're always gonna end up on the wrong side of it. Like no one now is like Don Imus was right.
No, yeah. I'm saying Don Imus. That was probably the first time that there was like a guy of his stature. Somebody got like who he pulled in ratings and all that shit. Got fired for saying something like that.
It definitely. I don't know about the first time. Certainly the
2007 is. I mean, people were getting away with a lot of shit.
That was 2007?
Yeah.
I still went to baseball camp when I was in high school.
Dork. I feel like.
Wait, no, I would have been in college. Never mind. I'm conflating memories now.
Yeah, 2007. Yeah, I was graduating college.
Yeah, so that was it was.
You better not have been baseball camp. But yeah, that might be the first because I remember people being like mad about that, but like
it was that guy though. I guess this wasn't the latest baseball.
There wasn't enough like fire on either side. You know, like it was weird. It was like you would think the first example of cancel culture like that, or one of the early ones, would be a big deal, but it was like. Since it hadn't happened multiple times yet, people were just like, I don't know, that's crazy that Don Imus lost his job. But they didn't know it was going to become a spate of things where people...
this gentleman I'm referring to, he was quite upset.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there were. Yeah, I'm sure there were. There just wasn't like a groundswell of support for him because people were just... They didn't know it was going to become a big thing. But that was... I mean, if you're from New York or you listen to... WFAN, like Imus was a big deal.
Yeah,
like he got ratings. I think he was probably. I mean, he was an old ass man, so he's probably on the tail end anyway. But yeah, that was crazy. So I think it'll be weird if Chris Broussard gets nothing for this.
I would be surprised.
Really?
I think so.
Zero punishment? Why?
I don't think he's big enough. I don't even know what network.
All the more reason.
Is he on Fox? What's he on?
No, he's on ESPN. I thought it was First Take.
Because it was Nick Wright. Nick Wright's on ESPN, guy.
Oh, it's you're right. A bunch of people were getting mad at me that were like, this is not First Take on ESPN. This is First Things First on Fox. Like, get your facts right. It's like nobody fucking cares, dude. Not one person cares what show this is on or what channel this is on. I think if anything, I mean, I'm not advocating for it. I don't give a fuck. I don't want anything to happen to him. But like you would think Fox, I guess if there's no reaction, then you just let it go. But if anything, I'd be like, I'm not going to risk our station's like reputation on Chris Broussard. If people are mad about it, I'll be like, you get suspended for a day, you get suspended for a week, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. I would think Broussard's one of the big dogs over there. Right? It's like him and Nick Wright.
I thought these guys were all on ESPN. I did not realize that Nick Wright was not on ESPN.
You know, it's funny. Speaking of FS1, I think it's FS1, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Joy Taylor, I follow her,
yeah.
And she retweeted yesterday just Jenna Haze at her Halloween party.
Get it, Joy?
I was like,
I've always liked her. She's a fun one.
I was like,
she's
wait,
a fun one.
I like saw Jenna Haze pop on my timeline.
What's she up to?
I did a little research last night. Yeah, she's on the OnlyFans train.
How's she looking?
She looks great.
Yeah.
But the I was like, wait, this can't be the real Jenna Haze.
The young pup Pabs over here. H-A-Y, yeah. Spelling H-A-Y, yes, like it's a real name. No, sir. No, sir. Not at all. She is up there on the list, man. She's kind of an unsung hero.
Yeah,
like you're gonna hear the Jenna Jamesons and like those names, but
she held the team together during like a bridge year.
Yeah, she did. She bridged the gap. She's like the missing link.
Yeah,
you know, the OGs,
the Jenna Jamesons
to the OnlyFans
really like took it mainstream, and then
dude, a girl like her must fucking love OnlyFans.
Yeah,
where like it was kind of over for her, and like probably. She wanted it to be somewhat over / like, you know, I'm getting older and like, you know, there's the new toy to play with in the porn industry. And then all of a sudden you can just do it all again and make that's got to be the best thing that's ever fucking happened. She was a pioneer too of just letting her asshole get rammed, dude. Like
it is
like,
funny.
Now I don't think I've ever seen a dick in that girl's pussy. She's a TED speaker. How about that?
I thought she went that way. I think she.
Okay, good for her. She got a lot of degrees and shit in her.
I think she went the
I will say
Sasha
this.
Grey way.
When I see, this is totally unfair and shit, but when I see that like you put all your degrees in your bio, it's kind of like, I think it has like the opposite effect.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're trying to tell everyone you're smart rather than just being like, I'm smart. A bunch of people fucking misjudge me because of career in sex work. They are stupid and ignorant. If you ever talk to me or see me, you can tell I'm intelligent. But, you know, like I saw somebody that said like, it said like pre-med or something like that. It was like, I almost was a doctor.
I took biology class?
Yeah. It was like, or it was like, I went to med school or something like that, where it was like, that doesn't count.
Yeah, but I'm just bad at taking tests like the MCATs. The MCATs?
Yeah.
Is it MCATs?
Yeah. LSATs for lawyers and MCATs for doctors.
Then what? With the Massachusetts standardized test is something exactly like MCAS. MCAS.
Oh, that's confusing.
Yeah.
I'd run around telling them, girl, I passed the MCAS.
Yeah.
Good for her. Doing TED Talks and porn and stuff. That's awesome. What else we got?
We shot an Out of Order last night, and coming home, Owen got robbed.
What?
And we were just talking about it before he came in.
Can we get him in here?
It's not much of a story. He got pickpocketed more than robbed. But he was
Subway?
No, walking through the West Village. It was the West Village at the
Parade?
Halloween parade yesterday.
I was gonna say it's hard to get pickpocketed in the wild.
It's
It's actually probably very easy to get pickpocketed in the parade.
Yeah, dude. He's further in than me, and like even in my stop, it took like 40 minutes to get off the subway, like from a stop up the stairs and out kind of deal. And I was getting claustrophobic. I was
It took 40 minutes.
I mean, it's not that long, but like
a chunk of time,
a good chunk of time. Yeah, like
you're just like standing in traffic.
The subway stops on my street from like getting off the subway to into my apartment was probably about a half hour.
Wow.
And
just like body, like people going up steps, and then like when they get outside, the parade was blocking them or something, so they couldn't move. Like,
yes, exactly that.
Wow.
And then and right on 14th was like it was walled off. So like as soon as you got off the subway, like it was 3 feet and then police barrier. So like there was
terrible.
It was so bad, such bad.
Dude, that would freak me out. I think.
Yeah,
in my new age, learning that I'm claustrophobic, and because you really couldn't. Could you have gone back down if you wanted to?
Yeah, I guess
that would have made me feel like if anything, I can just go stand on the platform.
Yeah,
if I was stuck like in both ways, I think I would cause a stampede. I'd start pushing. Get out of my way! We'd all die,
dude. And even worse than that was behind me, a guy who was just the horniest dude alive, like was hitting on a girl. I had watched him hit on like 3 different girls already, and
it is a big night for that.
And this woman was not encouraging it, but like she was playing along, and it was just like, but she was playing along like in the sense that like you have me trapped, so I'll play along, like so I can just
make the best of it.
Yeah, and I was like, this is. Dude, she so clearly doesn't want to have this conversation. And she's going to be like, no, I'm done with your age. I'm done with your age.
You should have white knighted and spoke up.
It was, dude, that's like such a weird thing, like a weird area to be in.
I'm joking. You should do that.
No, I know. Like, but this one wasn't a borderline one. Like this certainly didn't come to the, like never for a second was I like, should I step in?
Yeah.
I was more just like, this is uncomfortable listening to someone hit on somebody.
Right.
But like, that is a weird area where like, It's never happened where I've had like a serious. I told you about the worst first date I heard where like when the one at Motel Morris where I was like, if the guy had gotten up, I'd been like, you should get the fuck out of here. Yeah. But like again, that wasn't being weird. I was just like, that dude sucks. But like I think I've talked about it too with like helping women get their bags up on airplanes.
Yeah,
where I'm like, I'll let you try. I don't want to just take it out of your hand.
Yeah, I don't want to be like it's like the mansplaining of luggage.
I got to know when to jump in.
Yeah.
And again, this one didn't come close to that. I wasn't like jump in, but there is that area where like,
dude, when we went to Louis C.K., there was a drunk couple that I walked by, and he pushed her, and I like as I walked by, he pushed her, and I kept walking, and I turned, and I like stopped, and I was like. Fuck, I wish I didn't see that. And I said to her, like, are you okay? And she was like, look, see, he saw that. And like to the guy, she didn't say to me like, no, I'm not. but it was like, you see, you're being such a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And I was like, and we kind of kept walking, and it was right outside the garden, so there was like a lot of people, and we like got to the arena, and I was like, I wish I just like hung back for a little while longer. But I was also thinking, I was like, I don't know, I've seen that kind of shit happen a lot.
Yeah.
If you're getting pushed and someone sees it and your reaction is like, look, you're being an asshole again, it's not great, but it makes me feel like you weren't like, oh my God, I'm in a dangerous situation. You know what I mean? It feels like you're just a drunk, toxic couple. But that was that I think about that all the time, because I'm like, maybe, I don't know, maybe that girl's dead for all I know. I felt like I should have done something there. And not like I could do something, like, not like I'm a tough guy, I could beat him up, but I think just causing a scene publicly would have made the guy stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's a great lead into what I was going to talk about with Owen, where he got pickpocketed, and then he went home and did find my iPhone. And
his phone, not his wallet.
Yeah, his phone.
Got it.
And it just saw the guy had it, and he saw where he was walking around.
No way.
And he was just like,
it's not worth it.
And it's very funny how Find My iPhone's great when you lose it at your friend's apartment. But when it gets stolen,
you don't want
it's just like, hey, dude, you big fat fucking pussy.
Man up, yeah.
Here's where it is.
Yeah.
Go get it. And you're like, well, I mean,
totally.
I'm not going to go get it.
Dude, that is so good.
That's
just hilarious.
Like
that's the same thing, like, I didn't want to see that girl. I was like, I don't want to have my manhood challenged right now.
It's a very clear, like, hey.
You could.
Hey, you little bitch. It's right here. Come get it.
Yeah.
Come get it.
If you were a real man, Owen, you'd have your phone right now. But you're not. And I don't blame you. I wouldn't do it either. But that, at the very least, I wish I knew we should have rounded the gang up and gone on like a stakeout. Like, you get in the area and like look around and be like, that guy, it's moving. Like, I think it's that guy. Like, it's that guy.
But he said he could let him send a message to the phone. So Owen just sent "fuck you, loser." I thought sending like this is the FBI. We found all the child porn on this phone. We're coming after you, or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
that puts scare into a criminal.
It would.
Like, I stole fucking Jared Vogel's phone. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I think you'd be like, well, it's not worth it. Like, no, throw it away or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, at least and then make him go steal another person's phone.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be pretty coincidental if I stole a phone and then it happened I get a message about child porn.
But if you're stealing phones all the time,
you never know.
You're bound to steal them with child porn on it.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's just statistics, baby.
I don't know if the FBI texts you when they find you're a child pornographer.
No, but they probably don't. But look, if I stole a phone and I got a text and it was like, it's child porn, I'd be like, I'm just going to go. I'm in the West Village on fucking Halloween night.
Oh, no.
I'm going to go steal another one.
You know what? Yes, I agree with that. But you know what you got to do is don't be the FBI. You got to be like, hey, dude, it's Steve. Wipe everything.
Yeah.
Like they found the porn.
Yeah.
You know?
That's much
get rid
better.
of this phone. Get rid of your phone. Get rid of your computer. All that shit. Because that could be believable. It's Jared. Get rid of all your fucking child porn.
Dude, what are the fucking odds, man?
I saw a video.
Speaking of odds, you know what I was thinking about the other day?
What?
You know how birth control is like 99% effective?
Yep.
I think they're underselling themselves.
I think it's it's wildly impressive that it's 99%. Is that what you're saying?
I think it's way more than 99% effective.
I think they say it's like 99.99. I think it's like as close as you can get.
But how many nines?
Let's look it up. Jamie, look that up for me. I feel like they probably put on the box like 99.9 because it's like
watching Pavs just the hamster wheel spin there. Is it an E or an A? Is it an E or an A? He had birth control out fast, and then there was just a long
effectiveness. Effectiveness. That's great. Let's probably none of these are going to show like down to the literal decimal, but
these are numbers I'm going to not want to know
for real. Because when I hear something like, if something has a 5% fail rate,
well, that's what I'm saying.
Like, that's like you fuck 100 times, you might get a chick pregnant 5 times.
That's exactly what I was thinking. If it's 99%, it's way more than that because I've had sex a lot more than 100 times and have 0 kids.
Well, how many pregnancies have you had though?
Not that many.
You probably had a couple.
No.
One?
A couple.
2 out of how many times do you think you had sex? 1,000?
Probably more than
What if
that.
they start? You know what's so funny? Marketing's so funny. If you market it as 99% effective, it's like holy shit. If you say you're only going to need to have 2 abortions in your lifetime, you'd be like, fuck, I don't want to have any. And they're just like, it's only 2. It's only 2. No big deal. John's uncomfortable.
I'm not uncomfortable.
I had a moment where I really started questioning the pill until I learned I was just being lied to and manipulated.
What?
I was like, you're lying that you are not pregnant. Fool me once, okay. I was being a stand-up guy. Fool me twice, I was like, holy shit, I can't believe this happened again. Fool me 3 times, I was like, oh, you're a lying bitch.
Dude, I'm first of all, I'm not uncomfortable at all. I stand. I was thinking about this with the other day with all the Justin Timberlake stuff. I don't understand why he's in trouble for anything.
Totally.
Never did I do anything. I said, so what do you think?
Yeah.
And they were like, I think. And I was like, I think we're on the same page.
Yeah. And then everyone just agreed. No, it was never
I
said.
didn't know fucking.
Yeah.
I opined. I'm like, I know what I think
Have
it is.
you ever had a pre-talk about that?
A pre-talk?
Like
about-
before it's ever happened? Like I said, like, so, just, we're hooking up like pretty consistently now. Like, just so, we're on the same page. Like, if anything were to happen and they go, and I'm like, cool, I'm coming inside.
No, I've never had that. I don't think. I think when you're someone who decides to sleep with me, you're not someone who's ready to
Agreed. I think it's pretty.
hit that stage of your life.
I actually, the same reason I don't ever use condoms was the same sort of thing. Like, I feel like if I'm having sex with someone, if there's a person who I am genuinely worried I will get an STD from, I'm probably not having sex with that person.
No.
I'm saying for me, bro. Yeah. You just said no. You didn't say I disagree. Like, in my case, I don't agree with that. You just said no.
I've had sex with people I was pretty sure I was part of the trade.
I know. Again, like, I'm not saying.
I'm going to bring bad dick. You're going to bring gonorrhea. Meet you at 12.
What a horrible exchange for everybody.
It's a tough barter rate here.
Dude, that is so funny. I think there is a chance I could sleep with someone and be like, oh, I got burned. But I'm saying if it is like known, like if it's like that girl has STDs and has given them to dudes and blah, 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 like I probably wouldn't fuck you. So in that case, I'm always like, don't take my chances. We don't need a condom. Because birth control is also 99.9% sure. I'm only got 2 abortions.
I think birth control.
How about that though? Okay, wait. This is just a Planned Parenthood website thing. If you use it perfectly, the pill is not. That's the thing, bro. If you don't use it perfectly, it's 93% effective. So that means 7 out of 100 pill users will get pregnant each year. That's a lot.
Yeah, dude.
But because that's the thing, like you always, it's kind of a fucking joke. You see it at comedy clubs or when you're out or whatever. A girl's alarm goes off at 11 p.m. You know it's her birth control. But it's like if you don't take that shit at the right time, you're now down to 93%. And it's the amount of times like, oh shit, I forgot to take the pill, and the guys are like, just take 2. It's like that's not how this fucking works, man. But it also, I feel like it means you have to fuck on that screw up.
Yeah.
While you're ovulating. I mean, it's crazy how hard it is to get pregnant, and how many people who want to get pregnant can't, and how many people who don't want to get pregnant do. It's nature's cruel little fucking Mother Nature, that fickle bitch, Dude, one time you're 39 and you desperately want a daughter, versus the 16-year-old who's just letting some dude blow in the back of her in the fucking school bus. Let's make her pregnant. Fuck
Dude,
you.
Even Babs' face was like, jeez.
That's what happened.
I once had a girl tell me
That was graphic.
this
This show is a good one, bro. We've been doing this show so long that the show is what it is. But every now and then we get one of these. I'm like, this podcast is awesome. Number one. We should be number one. You retards.
I once had a girl tell me, I was like, "Are you on the pill?" And we were like naked, like having. About
at that
to
point,
say.
she could say no. At that point, she could say, I'm taking the pregnancy pill. I'm trying to get pregnant. I'd be like, oh, whatever.
No, dude, she had the best line. She went, I'm on so much medication, I'm pretty sure I can't get pregnant.
I'm so fucked up, I'm barren. Don't you
like,
worry.
I was like, I don't even know the science behind that.
But
all right.
So if
I'm
you're,
down to be a test subject.
if you're fucking a girl, are you coming inside her?
No. I mean, no.
Yeah, like that. That's
unless they tell me to, in which case I'm like, well, now I'm done.
I mean, if she asks me to,
bro.
Like
bro,
I've always felt
if you say like, come on me, I'm like, God, fuck.
It's like the guy. It's like Will Ferrell in Austin Powers. I can't lie 3 times in a row.
Just
if you tell me to do it, I have to do it.
If you, it's not
life.
even a sexual thing. If you just ask me to do something, there's something I have to do it.
In the middle of sex, some girls like, do my taxes. Okay, I got it.
God, fucking damn. Dude.
I always felt like
it's like when you catch a gnome under the bridge or whatever. But isn't that
what?
No. If you catch a leprechaun, they have to grant your wish. I'm a leprechaun. If you just catch me doing anything at any point and ask me to do it, I'll just fucking
just
do
go
it.
up to John and ask him.
Despite like how awful it could be for my future.
Totally.
Like, God, I fucking asked. Damn it, dude. Like, balls out of my hands now.
I always thought, I don't care what you're on, what I'm on, whatever. Putting your dick inside someone and ejaculating is what you do to get someone pregnant, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember my buddy being like, I've been coming in XYZ every single time. And I was like, that's not a good idea, man. But she's on the pill, right? And he's like, no. And I was like, you're fucking crazy. That is insanity. She just roll the dice on you do the thing that makes bitches get pregnant, and they're not doing the thing to stop them from getting pregnant, and you're just doing that. And I always thought, like, even if you're on the pill, it's like, I don't know, this isn't a good idea. And then, I mean, if you're like dating someone serious, that's a different story. But like anything else, I'm like, just fucking. It's fun to come on a girl too. You know what I mean? It's not like it's that much. Like you lose the feeling, but you do something else that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's not like the whole thing's. It's not like you have to stop entirely. You know, if you told me like you can't come at all, I'd be like, well, all right. But it's like, yeah, do some cool porn shit.
Even then,
but don't do the thing that makes pregnancy. That always seems a little risky to me.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you do it, but you know.
I just do what I'm told. That's it. That's all I do in this fucking life. Is I just do what I'm told. I am always on the path of least resistance for the next 10 seconds,
bro.
And then that's it. And then I'll deal with the next 10. My life is
people say
broken
day at a
down.
time?
No, what gets me here to 10 seconds in the future.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Fine. And then I'll deal with that when I get there.
No spoilers, but you'll see coming up in Barstool Survivor. Every time I was like game planning and scheming and stuff, people would be like, "John, what do you think?" He's like, "I'm just doing what I'm told." Somebody tell me what to vote for. I'll do it.
I'm easy, man.
Yeah,
I'd be a Nazi so quick.
I saw a clip. I don't know if you've seen it yet. When I watched it, I was like, I cannot script a clip that John would hate more than this. Did you see Rogan and Elon?
No.
Joe Rogan fires an arrow at Elon Musk's Cybertruck. I was like, this is a Mad Libs for something John would fucking loathe. Both of them in Halloween costumes. Rogan and Elon.
I did see Rogan's costume. I liked Rogan's costume.
Yeah, he was the guy from the WBC. I mean, it is kind of a cool clip, to be honest. But it is also, as he smokes the cigar, trying to be the cool guy, and he fucking rocks the Cybertruck with a bow and arrow from the future.
I mean, like, here's the deal. Like, if I put myself in this situation, if there's a fucking Cybertruck there or any kind of car, it doesn't matter. And you're like, you want to fuck this up? I'd be like, yeah, I'll fuck it up.
Hell yeah.
It
does leave a dent. It's not like it.
You want me to shoot it with an arrow? I'd be like, yeah, I'll fucking shoot that thing with an arrow. So I can't.
Now, maybe I'm naive. I might be. I'm about to say something very stupid, I'm sure, to the archery community. But if you told me like shooting an arrow at any car would like fuck it up, I would think that an arrow would bounce off like any car. I guess that's stupid.
I would think it would pierce it. Yeah, I think it would pierce it.
Like it would rip through. Like it would
not like
stay in it, or would it like go
no,
through
like
it?
Stay in the door.
Yeah. Okay. So that to me is like okay. It has like a harder shell than like, your Chevy Malibu. Yeah. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe arrows go like 800 million miles an hour, and it would like rip through a fucking.
I don't think
Chevy
so.
Cruze.
I think it would hit the like.
So then, what is the big deal here?
I don't think there is one. I mean, like, I think this is just kind of piggybacking off it's bulletproof.
Yeah, still my favorite clip, maybe ever. That's like a top 10 internet clip
the break
of all time. When he just breaks the window, and he's like, "Well, okay, that didn't work."
It is.
You can tell how nervous this camera guy is because this is like obviously the most viral clip of the year, or and like he's just shaking. Right? You think
you better get this shit right? I would be so nervous to like be the cameraman for these things, like pull a Jackie with Rogan and Elon. Holy moly, that would imagine being like, "Can you do that again, Joe?"
It is such an ugly car.
I kind of like it.
Really?
Like in a obnoxious way. Like the 8-year-old in me is like, wow, there's cars that actually look like fucking that now. You know what I mean? That's like driving something from the movies.
Yeah.
As a grown adult, it's pretty tough. Yeah. If I pull up to school with my kids, like I'm an asshole. But there is part of me that's like so many things have been promised from this asshole, Elon Musk. But like, if you asked me in 1995 what it's going to be like in 2023, I'd be telling you flying cars and hoverboards and this and that and the other thing. And it's like, nah, everything's pretty much, the fucking same. But the Cybertruck does look like something that is like, okay, we're living in the future now. I'm sure that thing sucks to drive though.
Ugh.
I was thinking about this the other day, today. How much do you need self-driving cars to like prove before you would do it?
Thank you.
Like, would you need it to be like out for like a year and there'd be no accidents? Would you just jump in and do it right away? Would you? Because when I'm driving, I'm always like, man, if I could be doing a video right now, it would kill two birds with one stone and like help my day a lot. And I would love to be able to just like sit shotgun and make 1 Minute Man videos on my commute.
But I think I would always be like, this is really, really effective, but what if this was the one time I get in an accident and I'm the dickhead who was on his phone while the car crashed and now I'm like liable? I like driving, and I like it because it like...
You do it infrequently, though.
I do it infrequently, but I like... Yeah, I've seen again. Nope. I like just not having my phone. I like doing something separate. So I like the reason you want to be able to have a self-driving car is why I like not having it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I just put my phone down and just do this thing.
Yep.
But I'd be like, I wouldn't be an early adapter. I wouldn't be a guy who was late either.
Right.
I'd be like somewhere in the middle where I'd be like, almost like I do with iPhones.
Everything else kind of, yeah.
Where
I'm not going to, yeah.
I'm not waiting in line, but you're not going to see me with an iPhone 4 either. It's just
Right.
like when I need a new phone, I just get a new phone.
Yeah.
When I need a new car, I'd be like, all right, are we doing self-driving now? Sure, I'll do the self-driving. Maybe wait a little bit longer than 3D TVs. A lot of people with just like random ass sunglasses in their living room still. Like, I don't know, man. I thought 3D TVs were gonna be a thing.
Voicemails?
Do it.
KFC Radio is brought to you by BodyArmor. Real hydration, real ingredients, packed with electrolytes, vitamins, and nothing artificial. BodyArmor has great tasting flavors like strawberry banana, blue raspberry, orange mango, strawberry grape.
Water.
The water is the best water in the game.
Yeah.
We've been talking about best waters for a long time now, and then BodyArmor came along, and when I like that,
I take pride in my water.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lie to you on this. BodyArmor is good water.
and they have the good bottle,
Yep.
big bottles, the wide mouth you can chug. It's you get hydrated when you drink that BodyArmor.
I actually I I am saving the world with my body armor because I like the bottle so much that I refill it because it's easier to drink that way.
Save the environment, just like John. Put it this way: Christian McCaffrey drinks body armor.
Joe Burrow drinks body armor.
Ronald Acuna drinks body water. Like CeeDee Lamb, Bryce Young. These guys, if they're drinking it, you know it's the best water. So your ass can drink it too. Go to Body Armor right now on Amazon. You go to the Body Armor store and get it on Amazon, or you can get it in stores nationwide. But just hop on Amazon, get a case delivered regularly, and stay hydrated.
Okay, so I forgot it was early release day at school, so I'm hauling ass to the bus stop because as a nice judgy parent just called to inform me she's at the bus stop and there's no one to grab her. And it got me thinking about like when I was a kid, my mom left me at a department store, but I had a really bad speech impediment, and so I hardly talked because no one understood me. So when I got lost, I went to the cashier, but I just stood there because I was, one, scared of strangers, and two, knew that no one would be able to understand me. And it wasn't until about like 10 minutes later, my mom started, like, realized I wasn't in the car, and then like went back for me. So, pretty traumatizing. It made me really sad. And so, have you guys ever been left by your parents anywhere as a kid? And Kevin, have you forgotten your kids at all? Like at school now, or like sport?
Bro, that's so sad.
What, 10 minutes at the department store?
No, I knew no one would understand me.
Oh, dude.
So I just never spoke.
Having a speech impediment as a kid must be
That's gotta be terrible.
Nightmare. Like I feel so bad. Luckily, I didn't know any kids with speech impediments, so I couldn't bully them.
We just called them retards.
if I could go back, like I probably would have. I'm just lucky I didn't have the opportunity.
Yeah, you would
to like make fun.
Yeah.
I wasn't a bully, but.
Just made fun of kids lesser than you.
It was one of those things where it's just like, I don't know, man. What do you want me to do here?
I gotta do this.
Dude, you know the fucking rules, right?
I have like forgotten. I've been like rushing to get my kids for sure, but I have never one time I was supposed to take them to school in the morning and I just like forgot, but like their mom just took them instead.
Yeah,
it was never like I haven't had something where it's like they are stranded somewhere or missing something, but I am always rushing, like all the time. I am just squeezing everything into like every single day. I'm like, all right, we'll do this interview, this show. I got to do this video, and I will get there with a minute to spare, and then I'm in traffic and I'm trying to make. I mean, it's just always something, because they're always just doing so much shit. I have not lost them yet. No. I have a buddy his wife makes him take his shoe off and put it in the back of the car, so he does not forget the kid in the car.
Really?
Because like you'll get out of the car and be like, oh shit, I only have one shoe. There are a lot of stories, like particularly with dads. If you have a very traditional, gender role sort of relationship, where it's like you have the kids today, and you're just going autopilot, and you're like, I commute to work, and I just like got out of the car and went to my office, and like there was a baby in the fucking car, dude. But like I hate, she said some judgy parent call there. It's like, fuck you, man. So it's so fucking hard to have kids, especially now. I think you were the one talking about how like it used to be I do work and you do kids, and now everybody does everything. So everybody's work suffers, everybody's parenting suffers. Everybody's sleep deprived. Everybody's tired, fucking fat, injured, addicted, bored, miserable, all, everything. And then you have someone being like, oh, you were 10 minutes late to the bus stop. It's like, fuck you, man. There's so much worse shit out there. Leave me alone.
I wouldn't even say I got left places. As a kid, it was regular. Like I don't know. Like my parents didn't come.
Yeah, like I mean, I remember just like walking home from the school bus like alone. We just did that. So,
we didn't even take a bus. Like I just walk home from school.
Yeah,
like my mom forgot.
Yeah, we were called. They were called
baseball
walkers
practice.
at school. There would be an announcement. They would say it's 2:32. All walkers may go. If you were a walker, that means you could go. bus like 142 is here, bus 248 is here. They would start making announcements. They would say walkers can go, and you were just called walkers.
And just walked home.
And you had people who could walk home. And I think that was up to you to decide. Though.
Yeah.
It was not like you have to be within a certain range. It was like, I don't know, 5 miles you want to walk it? Go ahead. Crazy. Crazy town.
What's up, guys? I am parked outside my kid's school waiting for this Halloween parade to start. And I just
Pause for a second real quick.
yesterday's
Halloween has turned into like fucking Christmas with kids. You got to go to a Halloween parade at school. You got to go to a Halloween parade for the town. You got to go to a Halloween parade for your fucking baseball team. Then there's going to be a Halloween party. Then there's going to be a Halloween dance. Then there's going to be trunk or treat, which is a thing now where you get fucking candy out of the trunks of cars, which is something they used to like warn us about. Don't take any candy out of a car. Now it's a thing you do. And then you have to go trick-or-treating with, you know, regular trick-or-treating. It's fucking nuts. I did like 7 things for Halloween this year.
Really?
By the time they're trick-or-treating, they're in the costume. They're like, I don't want to wear the fucking costume anymore. It's insane.
Dude, we were out on, I have the exact opposite experience. We were out on Long Island last night, and like the neighborhood was all trick-or-treating. And I was like, this is really nice and wholesome.
I mean, we went trick-or-treating for an hour. Keegan was like, I'm tired. Can we go home? I was like, yes.
That's what Owen's dad was saying, that like everyone trick-or-treats, like it's done by like 7 p.m.
It's great because I don't know if I misremember. I feel like I was out for like hours.
Yeah, I
trudging through like the rain and like house on house on house. We did like a loop, and Keegan was like, when we got back to Caitlin's house, he was like, "Can we just go?" And I was like, "Yeah, buddy."
Yeah, I remember like we'd hit one neighborhood.
Yeah,
parents would drive us to a new neighborhood.
Right.
Like
come home with like zillions. I mean, they had like a little bag of candy.
I mean,
How about the Switch?
Was an early adopter of the.
You know the Switch?
No.
This is for parents who don't want kids eating candy. F words. They you take all the candy, and the Switch witch comes and leaves a present in exchange for the candy. And the candy, I think the story is like we send the candy to starving kids, and you get like a Barbie doll instead of like 25 pieces of candy.
What?
It's like, shut the fuck up, man. Let the kid eat a bunch of candy for a night.
Dude, that's insane. That's like Ben Volen, the Pat's beat guy for the Globe.
Yeah. Just
tweeted last night, like, oh, sure, great idea. Let's give our kids a bunch of sugar before bed. It's like, dude, shut
up, you loser.
Fuck
By
up.
the way, that's a fucking myth.
That's
also, shut up.
It's such a loser tweet. Like, no one's pretending it's the healthiest thing in the world. It's one night a year.
Also,
have some fucking candy and go to bed.
Maybe as my kids get older, they will. I feel like some fat kids probably go crazy. Like, I don't know. My kids had like a couple candy bars last night.
Right.
They were like, all right, I'm done.
Bro, I had 2 pumpkin pies last night.
2?
They were small pumpkin pies. They were minis. Okay. So
next up,
I got them from HelloFresh. It was probably about half a whole pumpkin pie.
And I just finished yesterday's episode with Jackie talking about how she's afraid of escalators and elevators and losing limbs. I too have a very irrational fear of losing limbs, and also
just limb, right, Jackie?
Getting stuck in things like escalators. It's like a huge fear of mine. She said her greatest fear was losing one of her legs. It's probably one of my greatest fears too. It really freaks me out. My husband's in construction. I always tell him, please don't lose a limb, a finger. I think we would have to get a divorce. I don't know if I could mentally deal with that. That sounds horrible. But anyway, so that made me remember my trip to the aquarium with my children about 2 weeks ago for my daughter's first birthday. We went for her birthday, and we took along my 4-year-old and my 2-year-old. My 4-year-old and 2-year-old are defiant, as you would expect. And there are 2 levels to the aquarium. And we were on the 2nd level, but to leave, you have to go back down to the 1st floor. So my husband had the stroller, so I went down the escalator with the children, which is fine. We all made it down safely, even though I was very nervous about the situation. My son loves escalators, of course, because I do not like them. So
goddamn
he wanted to walk back the flight of steps,
which
was right next to the escalator, and go back down. And I said no, because I was holding the baby, and we had his sister, and everyone was more than ready to go home, and he just wouldn't stop. So he starts walking up the steps. and I tell him and threaten him, no toys, no treats. Do not walk up those steps. He walks up the steps. I followed him maybe 5 steps when I realized there was no catching him. I'm holding a baby, dragging a 2-year-old, and he is faster than me on a good day. So he goes all the way to the top, stands at the top as I stare him down and tell him he better not step on that escalator. He stepped on the escalator, held on to both sides, and kept eye contact with me the entire time down. Didn't break his stare. Basically, like, fuck you, Mom. I did it. You can't stop me. I'm doing it right now. Halfway down, his 2-year-old sister gives him a thumbs up and says, great job, Wes. So she also had to, rub it in a little bit. So that was, not my best parenting moment. I definitely lost my shit in the middle of the aquarium with a huge gathering of people watching and employees who definitely do not have children. And were definitely throwing some judgments around because they had never been in that situation. And
I can remember seeing
a little embarrassing and
seeing like parents kind of like grab their kid or like give them a little whack or like make a scene in public a little bit. And I remember being like, that's child abuse.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, that kid's a fucking asshole. I get it. I get it, sister. When they do some defiant shit, it's kind of like Owen with the thing. It's like you play your card of like, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to lose this. You're going to lose that. I'm going to be really mad. Whatever you play. And they're just like, I'm calling your bluff.
Yeah.
Or they're like, I don't care. And you're just like, what do I do now? And back in the day, you used to hit them. Yeah, you can't do that.
I am out of options now.
Yeah, like you're lucky you weren't born, 40 years earlier, kid. You'd have a black eye right now.
I thought that I was watching The Haunting of Bly Manor last night, and there's the little kid, the son in it, is just like very creepy and very evil and bad. And I was thinking, watching, I'm like, what would you like? What do you do in this case? Like if you're the babysitter and like the kid just sucks.
Dude, I know a family that like tells people like close circle, like we're a little bit afraid of her. What do you fucking do?
There's the very viral tweet about like the I think it's like people always talk down about what do you call it? Not abandoned fathers, but
orphan. What?
Like what do you call it? Like when a dad leaves the kid?
Dirtbag?
Yeah. Absentee
father?
Absentee father, yeah. Absentee fathers, but like no one ever considers like maybe the kid just had bad vibes. and like everyone always makes fun of that tweet. And I'm like, he's kind of got a point. Like
dude, it's like anything else in the world. You get your dream job and it actually sucks. You're like, all right, this wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. I quit. Or you buy like your dream car and it's like it actually sucks. You get another one. Like it's just the one thing where like I brought this thing into the world. I'm responsible for it.
Dude, I know a kid.
You should probably be able to kill your kids. You should be allowed to kill your kids. Like, listen, I'm doing the world a favor. Like you want me to leave this thing on its own to its own devices? It becomes Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm just gonna kill this kid.
Dude, I know a kid who just has bad vibes and like I resent him for it. Where I'm like, dude, why are you making me be an asshole my time here?
Yeah.
I've been playing before and like with him and some other kids and he's like, why are you being nicer to so and so? And I'm like, it's just instinct. I don't know. It's just like you got bad vibes, dude. He's cool.
Learn the lesson now, kid.
like I don't know what's like. I realized that like fuck, he's right. Like I'm definitely favoring this kid more. But it's like I don't know, man. He's cooler. Yeah. He's having fun. He's going to when I catch the ball, he brings it. When I throw the ball, he brings it back. I don't know. You don't even catch it. It's not fun playing with you.
John's talking about dogs at this point. You bite me, he doesn't.
But like I don't know. Like I resent.
Dude, absolutely though. Like that is a thing. There are kids who are lame. There are kids who are scary. There are kids who are violent.
Why don't you try harder to make me like you, child?
I'm like, I thank God every fucking day that my kids are like My kids are a breeze compared to some of the other stuff families have to put up with. My kids are awesome. Enjoy endless fun at Bowlero with unlimited bowling specials all week long. Now, I would tell everybody to enjoy some bowling, except when me and John get on the bowling lanes, I wax that.
He does beat me.
I know it's not a fun time for John.
I'll tell you what. I'll go to Bowlero with you tomorrow. I bet I win.
You bet you win.
Yeah.
Have you been practicing or something?
No. In fact, I bowled recently. I was worse than I even thought.
Okay, I'll take that bet then. I will take that bet.
Okay. All right. Tomorrow, you and I at Bowlero, one game.
Oh, I do like that because like anybody can have a bad or a good frame.
Yeah, one game.
Okay.
One
game only.
Me versus you at Bowlero. There's
for
one
all the
Chelsea
marbles.
Pierce. I bet you I win. I don't know. You can choose the number. I
honestly, I don't even care. When I do these things, it's about the prize.
Yeah.
It's like you could put like same thing with Survivor. I was like, I don't care about the money. I want the win.
It's a gentleman's bet then.
Okay.
A gentleman's bet, the strongest kind of bet.
For just the Bowlero, the Bowlero Cup.
Okay.
Whoever wins gets to be the bowling. I think being the bowling champion of KFC Radio carries some weight to it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've been wondering it for 10 years.
Now we'll know. All right. So me and Feitelberg go to Bowlero. We're going to play one game, one frame, one match, however you call it. But Bowlero has unlimited deals. They have Night Strike and After Party, which are deals Monday through Thursday is Night Strike, and then Friday night's After Party, where you pay a flat fee and you get your shoes and unlimited bowling. It's like a classy version of bowling, you know. It's not. Sometimes people think of bowling alleys as older, and this is all fresh, new, clean. It feels like
bowling alley's got some of the best vibes. You talking about vibes places?
Vibes.
Bowling alley's got
good
some of the best
vibes. Lebowski vibes, fun vibes. They got music, they got food, they got booze, they got it all. So visit Bowlero.com to find a Bowlero near you and take advantage of that unlimited bowling Monday through Friday night. That's Bowlero.com, BOWLERO.com. Find a place near you.
What's good, boys and Jackie? It's Sad Boy season. It's Whistle Pig season.
Oh.
Easily the best time of the year. But some people say that drinking and being sad isn't good for you, which got me thinking, what else is like a great combination, but it's like bad for you? Like if you have a weak body, peanut butter and regular bread, it's going to kill you. Bomb sex with a toxic partner, but you're a sick fuck yourself, so you stay with it. What are your thoughts? Viva.
Yo. Like saying what?
This man just tell me peanut butter and bread will kill you?
Said if you have a weak body,
peanut
butter and regular bread will kill you?
Yo. If you have a weak body, the thing the majority of the population has, peanut butter and bread, the thing the population
okay, I guess he means allergies. All right, peanut allergies, is that what he means?
The
way he phrased that.
There's a more sensible way.
The population, I was like, oh, peanut allergy. I was like, what is this guy talking about? Like, he knows somebody's died, but there are plenty of people who died.
Sure, peanut. Yeah. I guess it would.
Yeah,
but
you die from a peanut allergy.
You don't have to make it a whole
die
sandwich. Just say a peanut,
right.
dude.
It's not the sandwich that's the problem. It's not the bread.
Out of this, dude.
Leave that. Don't put fucking peanut allergy on the bread. Don't put that on them, dude. That's not their reputation. What are some good combos? That was a confusing moment for like 20 seconds there. Good combos that are bad for you.
I don't know. I don't think drinking and being sad is bad for you. I think it's fun. It's bad.
I mean, you can understand why the rest of the world is going like this right now.
Yeah.
Right? You get that, right? That's, I get probably how people end up committing suicide. So people end up dead. I was depressed and I drank too much.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine.
How about...
Got it.
Nice. Thank God. Finally.
Yeah.
How about...
Well, I mean, like, here's the deal. Like, it's just in my life. Everything I do is bad for you.
Yeah.
There's no peace in this world anymore, man. Everything has to be like going. It's just
go
like,
off, King. Tell him.
There's nothing that's on. Like, there's nothing. We have too much information, and everything's bad for you. Where it's like Like I've been trying to be healthier. I've been working out more. Like I was with Corey G. He's like, you're working out every day. I'm like, yeah. He's like, that's too much. What do you mean it's too much? I'm doing extra. That's the good thing. I can't do the good thing every day. What can I do every day? I'm a routine-based person.
Honestly, the only thing you could probably literally do every day is sleep. That's truly it. Sleep and drink water. I don't think there's anything that can hurt you. Everything else is probably too much of this is bad for you on that. Da, da, da.
Someone make a daily schedule of things I can do every day.
Yeah, when you said, when you said there's no peace.
Well, I mean, it's just
so
fucking
dramatic.
nonsense. Every day, it's like this thing we thought was healthy is bad for you. Actually,
I know I'm already a little bit like this. Mostly it's a joke, but I do know there's a part of my personality that does believe in some of like the conspiracy theory stuff. But I can understand how by the time you're like 60, you might turn into a crackpot. Because like everything you've been told gets reversed on you. Like at some point, you know what I mean? Things you learn in school, things that doctors tell you, things that happens in pop culture, all fashion, all these things that is like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, is all of a sudden do all that. And everything flip-flops. And it's like, well, you were lying. No, wait, you were lying. Oh, no, wait, now they're back to being true. It's like, how the fuck do you... we were kind of talking about on the news the other day. It was like, who can you actually believe on the news that's not being influenced or bought or doing it for clicks? And it's like, I don't think there's anyone left. And if you do that long enough, it's like, I don't believe fucking any of you. Once you learn about the pharmaceuticals and shit, you're telling me that there isn't somebody, in the doctor's pockets saying you need this many servings of protein a day because fucking Purdue chicken is telling you, and Purdue pills is telling you to take these. Purdue chicken is telling you to eat these. It's like everybody's fucking doing something for the wrong reasons, and we are the puppets.
bro, I remember like when I had my awakening, when I got woke, when like I was like just like I remember just being like, this is such a stupid trope in like TV shows where like the hot pharmaceutical rep comes in. It's like, doctor, you should be prescribing more of this. I'm like, doctors wouldn't do that. Turns out they almost exclusively do that.
That's why they become doctors.
I guess I'm like a naive person. I like to convince myself that it's because I'm like just like a nice person. But like, I cannot fathom the reason why you would prescribe a pill that you don't think is as good over a pill that you think is better.
Money, baby.
Like that, but that just like, it doesn't compute with me. Yeah. Where I'm like, because that fucking hot pharmaceutical rep said like they'll give you pens or take you to fucking Glendale, Arizona, you're going to give pills that you don't think work as well? That's insane to me.
Yep.
It just does. It's so stupid and so childish and so idiotic. And I'm just like, I cannot get it.
That's most of the world, dude. Childish and idiotic and stupid. It's selfish. It's crazy. Speaking of prescription stuff, I watched American Horror Story. Kind of has like a Black Mirror type season where it's like one-offs.
Okay.
And there was this one that was definitely Ozempic. It was called Mondify. And this girl gets her dream job as a model using Ozempic, but then the doctor tells her, you have a heart murmur and like you can't be on this anymore. And she's like, I have to, like my career depends on it. And he's this Asian doctor, and he tells her he has this one other alternative, and it's this fat like larva tapeworm that's like a little chubby white thing. And he's like, eat this and you'll be good. And he's like, the parasite will beg for food, but you cannot eat any more than you regularly would. You have to stay disciplined and just eat regular amounts. And the rest of the episode, dude, is just this actress just binging food. It was one of the more disturbing things I've ever watched on TV. More so than blood and guts and gore and shit. It was like stuffing her face and blah, blah. And at the end, he's like, all right, like, she's like all fucked up. And he's like, all right, you have to pass this. It's going to come out of your ass. So like, so crazy. He's like, when it's going to pop out and you just grab its head and pull it out. And if you've been eating like I told you to eat, it's only going to be like this small thing. And she's like, oh, and she's just been like feeding it. And I didn't watch the end. I couldn't. I was like, how big was it? I was like, if I watch this will fuck me up. And it was like, like a monster comes out of her and fucking eats her. But that's a very disconnected thing from what we're talking about. It's like, so prescription drugs. It was one of the craziest fucking things I've ever watched on TV. It was disgusting, dude. Oh,
That's a nightmare.
as far as combos, any other combos? I would do.
Cocaine and heroin, probably up there.
It's probably not, you should not do that, right? That's a highball, something like that.
Highball. No, highball's a drink. Speedball.
Speedball.
Yeah. Highball's a glass. Highball's a
and
glass.
sex and ecstasy. Don't they say like you'll never be able to have regular sex again?
I
I think that's probably pretty awesome.
I've had sex on Molly. It's fine.
Yeah, I think it's. I guess there is a world where it could.
Dude, I
be.
remember that on X when I was like in high school, or like, even when I was in middle school. My friends had like siblings in high school. They're like, we can never fuck on ecstasy.
Yeah, that was a thing for sure.
And like I was like 12. I'm like, okay. Yeah, it's such a weird thing you learn so young. Like,
It's like that's right up there with like quicksand and all that shit.
yeah.
Oh, you know what's a good one, by the way? I meant to say it earlier. Things that you worry about that like aren't true. Getting sucked into an escalator. My parents, like adults, are always telling me like I thought that was gonna happen like once a day at the mall. Like, don't be the person who gets sucked into the escalator. It's like I guess my shoelace could get in there and I could get eaten by it, but probably.
Did you say
not.
you know someone it happened to or something like that?
No, I was saying just.
That's one of your
take your
fears?
shoe off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would take my shoe off. That's a good move.
Take your shoe off to go on the escalator?
Just if
Just
it got
like
stuck.
it will
if
take your
it's
shoe off.
eating,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Pop it up.
Yeah.
How's your leg fear going, Jack?
It's under control right now. I would say. Like
Yeah, you really sound like it's under control. No, that's good.
But it was so bad in high school.
That's
Like,
so funny.
bad.
So weird.
I never had a fear like that. I never had like a overcoming fear. Like I pretended to be scared of spiders and snakes when everyone was like when you were a child. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm terrified.
But that's different. That like there's spiders right there, and whether it's silly or not, like if you're afraid of a spider and you think it could bite you or something, it's right there. To just be like, I'm sitting on the couch. What if like something falls through the sky and chops my leg off? Is so fucking crazy. It's so fucking crazy.
But did you have you never had like an quote unquote irrational fear?
Not on that level of like something.
I think most fears are rational. Like losing a random limb.
Yeah.
Isn't
Mine
I
was
mean
not-
losing
like,
a
I'm
leg.
afraid of losing a limb too.
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen.
You have the I have
Knock
that
on
fear
wood.
at a rational level.
Yeah. Like if I was like if I worked in like a factory or something, I'd be like, this could happen to me. That's my number one fear.
If I worked in a factory, I would lose a limb before lunch. Like there's no doubt about that.
Dude, you would die. You'd be like in a pit of lava or whatever. You'd be like,
we don't even have lava here. How did he do that? Like, did he spill so much stuff it created lava? The fuck, bro! I mean, I was a landscaper. They didn't let me use lawnmowers, and then I painted houses
They
for a
let you
minute,
paint?
and they
They
were
let
like,
you on the
"No,
ladder?"
you can't be up there." That wasn't them. That was my mom. But
Imagine you with the crew of guys like, all right, Feitelberg, you're painting the roof today. My mom says I
Like,
can't.
like, my mom said no. I climbed down that ladder. I was like, I was texting with my mom on top of the ladder. I was like, I'm hungover. I feel like I'm gonna fall. She said, you should quit and find a new job. I climbed right down that ladder. I was like,
My
yeah,
mom says I gotta quit.
my mom
guys.
says quit. And I felt so bad about it.
I love
They're
that you were
like,
texting up on the ladder.
yeah,
I'm gonna fall.
That's why she's like, get down.
Yeah,
Quit.
we'll continue the conversation when you're on the ground.
Maybe a sailboat's more your speed. I was like, yeah, a sailboat with a bar on it. Yeah, I'll get into
There
that
you
one.
go. That's drinking and boating.
Drinking and driving. That one's one. Bro, drinking and driving should be legal. I don't understand why it's not.
No.
Yes, dude. Dude, drinking and driving drunk should be illegal.
Right.
Drinking and driving should be legal.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. You're right.
As long as you can
Sipping
blow.
on a cold one.
Bro,
while
if you
you're
can blow
driving.
below a 0.08 or 0.8, whatever the rule, then you can. If that's half a beer you had on the road, that's fine. You should be able to do that.
Yep.
There should be no open container law, dude. I've been beating this drum since I was 16, driving up to Canada, to like when we go skiing, because like usually when you go skiing, like the mountain is still an hour off the highway once you're on like 95 or something like that, 93, and the second we got off the highway, we'd start drinking. And cause he's about an hour to the mountain, and usually have like a beer or two. And we'd be like, I don't understand how this is breaking the law right now. I still don't get it. Why can't you drink and drive? Nah, bro.
I bet you if you were drunk and you fucked somebody up, though, you'd be in trouble.
Oh, yeah, you'd probably be in trouble. But, like, no.
That was the whole Gwyneth Paltrow thing.
Everybody's drunk.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually,
that's why
skiing, when you think about it, is one of the craziest things we do. Because, like, everyone's drunk.
Yep.
And maybe this is kind of like, this is just me projecting. I'm like, well, I ski with 10 people and we're all drunk all the time, so that must be how everyone is. Maybe. Like, I mean, like, when I go skiing with my dad and his friends, like, yeah, you're out there first track at like 8 o'clock, but then by like 9:15, it's like, grab a beer.
It's a bizarre thing that we need. It's like you're up there for like the rush and the view and the athleticism of it all. And then it's like, let's get drunk.
Yeah, let's have a bit of a buzz.
Yeah.
Don't make it too easy to ski down this mountain.
Let's go about 45 miles an hour down this thing. Let's get drunk.
Go 45 miles an hour through the woods.
Yeah.
You guys want to add a twist to this? The whole thing's a twist, dude. We're 15,000 up.
We're twisting.
15,000 feet up on fucking knives in the snow going through the forest. Yeah, but if we had a buzz,
well, let's make it edgy.
He brings up a good point, though, guys. It would be a little more fun if we had maybe a flask of whiskey with us. Bro, I remember one time we went climbing. We scaled the mountain because it was closed, so we scaled the mountain to ski it, just one run, and it was a small mountain, and so we're like up hiking, and we got all our stuff on us, and one of our friends, we were like. Mind you, by the way, everyone else had snowshoes. I was just in shoes. So I was just falling through every step to the point where I was trying to crawl slowly because like even my elbows would go through it. So I was just trying to crawl slowly up a mountain. And I obviously
damn, you're stupid.
Incredibly tired because I was like every step was the hardest step I've ever taken.
On your back or something?
Yeah. And I was like, every step was just the hardest step I've ever taken. And I was like, yo, Rob, let me get some of that water. And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I saw you bring like a fucking Yeti type thing. Like, let me get, I'm dying. He's like, I just have whiskey. And I was like, all right, do you have any food? He's like, I got a couple Snickers bars. I was like, give me the whiskey, give me the Snickers bars. I'm gonna go down from here.
All right, let's get into our interview. We got Josh Gad on the show, who's got a very funny show on Broadway out right now.
Gutenberg. It's great. It's a great time at the theater. It is. I say this to Josh. I feel like people think of theater as like Hamlet. Yes. And they think of Shakespearean like that. Dude, most of the theater is just people having fun on stage, right. And it is very fun. It's a great time.
And you know what? Josh Gad is great at chop.
Great chop.
Really good at chop. He's chopping it up. We're talking football. We're talking sports. Just a good hang. So it's Josh Gad on KFC Radio. Let's talk to him.
They're putting their hearts in their sleeves. They're doing this show with the hope that at the end of the day, somebody in the audience will say yes. And there's this great ending that I won't spoil that involves these cameos that every night come to the show. We've had everybody from like Nathan Lane to Christian Slater to John Stamos.
How does that work?
That's what I was going to ask that. I had Zach Levi at mine.
Oh, Zach Levi did yours, yeah. Well, without telling people how the sausage gets made exactly, it's this great moment sort of at the end of the show where, you know, it's the apex of the show. These guys have put their entire dream out there, and there's this great payoff to that. And basically, early on, we asked a bunch of close friends to do it. And, you know, it was tough getting people to commit to something without knowing. And now it's been the opposite. Now, like, every celebrity wants to do it.
What if, like, there's two or three at night?
Well, the coolest one, we're starting to run into that.
Yeah.
The coolest one was we just had Steve Gutenberg, which was like hilarious. Because so many people think the show is about Steve Gutenberg from Police Academy, which it's not.
That is great.
So like getting him was like
we're doing like 3-4 levels of meta now.
So Lin-Manuel Miranda did it the other night and just got such a
is it
response.
Like I'd imagine you don't have to train much for it. It's like a quick
no
thing.
the cameos come about an hour before the show starts, we sort of walk them through. There's something on the teleprompter to show them what they have to say, and that's it.
So what happens now when someone's like, I'm coming to your show on Saturday night? It's like, well, we already got.
Well, you know who else is coming? Beyonce.
By the way,
so.
this literally happened to me last night. I went to the premiere of the new Stephen Sondheim musical, and
is that Merrily We Roll Along?
No. This is the one that's at the what's the name of the place? It was Sondheim's last musical before he died.
Oh, I know. Yes,
and it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful. And Zach Quinto came up to me and told me he's coming Thursday night. And I was like, oh, he's like, maybe I can be the producer. And I'm like, we've got somebody already. But like, Matt Bomer came the other day and wanted to do it, and we had somebody. So we're starting to run into that a lot.
Should have been a day one fan, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry it took you so long.
Exactly.
I'd always wondered how that happens from the Netflix special from Oh Hello. And I was like, was Steve Martin just in the crowd, or was like, is that?
No, so, by the way, our director directed Oh Hello.
No way.
So same,
really?
same sort of principle.
Yeah.
And Gutenberg was apparently what inspired Nick and John to do Oh Hello.
Really?
They both saw the off-Broadway show and the Upright Citizens Brigade version. And I think they were just so blown away that they got
no kidding. That makes a lot of sense.
Alex to come in and direct.
Love them both so much.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Click that button.
Or I'll cut off my finger.